Hey, that's me, Gerald Franks. I love backpacking and I've decided to backpack the Colorado Trail, but I'm going to be doing it a bit differently than most. Since I don't have the time to take 4 or 5 weeks off from my job, I've decided to break it up in 100-mile sections over the course of a week for the next 5 years. I've done plenty of backpacking over the last 10 years, but typically for 3 to 4 nights and at the most 40 miles. This would be a completely new adventure and next step in my backpacking evolution. This is my story.
Morning. Day 6. Continuing on segment 22. Not a bad way to start a morning. And hopefully finish up 22, get into 23. And the reason I'm starting here so early, I'm already a couple miles in to my hike, is because there's supposed to be rain showers around 2 p.m. And so I'd like to get to camp before that and get set up and actually see some of the views. I don't mind getting rained on, I just would like to see some of the views. So I left, woke up about 4, got out about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and now here I am on the trail. And it's a beautiful morning so far. I hope it stays that way. I hope the forecast was wrong. It was only 50% chance, but so far 50% chance means that it's gonna rain. So got an early start. I'm gonna have breakfast here in a minute, watch the sunrise, and only 14 miles a day, so it's a short day. So again, I should get to camp hopefully around noon, maybe a little after that, depending on how many stops I make. But yeah, should be a great day. See the sun rising. Also can hear the coyotes. I don't see them. They're squealing. All right, we're coming up on the highest point on the Colorado Trail, the entire trail. It's a little over 13,000 feet, and I think it's that right there. As you can see, the path winding up, and it's got to be it. It's got to be it. There's something around the other side, somewhere in there is the highest peak. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get to that early in the morning before any storms, and it was about 7 miles away from the Yurt where I slept last night. So I'm getting here at a good time. The weather seems great. There are clouds in the sky, so who knows what that's going to turn into later this afternoon. But right now, looks like it's going to be nice. Look at these views. This makes up for segment 16 and 17, being stuck in the woods. All right, I made it to the highest point on the Colorado Trail. And I know this may sound cheesy, but right now, this moment, I am the highest person on the entire Colorado Trail, and it feels good. feels good. So far the weather is holding out and the views are spectacular. I think they're only going to get better. You can see some of the old, I guess, mining cabins that used to be up here. You can see there's one right there. There's one over there. And there's even, I don't know if we'll get closer to that one. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, that is the glorious end of segment 22. Again, no trailhead here. There are some Jeep roads, but I think those are for the brave. So I'm now starting section 23. I only have about 5 miles left, I think, the rest of the day. This is one of my shorter days, so that's always nice. And yeah, the weather's been great so far. I don't know if it's going to turn, but the weather's been great so far. Alright, that is my last pass for the day on segment 23. So not too much farther, but there'll be some work getting up that. Got this nice cloud giving me cover from the sun. As long as it doesn't cause any rain, I'm good. I do believe that is home for tonight. So you see right down there a little lake called Cataract Lake. That is where I will be ending up tonight. No trees, but you can kind of look around. It's definitely not the highest altitude, and a bit of a bowl, which will be helpful. So yeah, looking forward to it. This is home for the night. There's a lake here. There's also a little pond over here. Not a bad place to lay my head. Had a bad view from inside my tent, but you can see some storm clouds. But they've been like that for the past couple hours. You just don't know if it's ever going to fall on you or not. So hopefully not. Hopefully it'll pass us by. If it does, hopefully it's just rain and not hail. Typically it's hail when you're up this high, about a little over 12,000 feet. But I'm all good, tucked in. All right, so I've got my food bag and having lunch, and I just wanted to talk about my top 3 lunches, which is pretty much what I have, because lunch is, I don't know, they're not that important to me. They're probably the least of the important, and they change a lot for me. So actually what I have now are my top 3 lunches that I have that I brought out this week. Number 1, which to me has been wonderful, and there's a theme to all these, is peanut butter and honey rolled up in a tortilla. I don't know what it is about that, but it's excellent. And so that's probably one of my top go-to lunches that I like right now. The second one I like is getting a beef jerky, what they call a fat stick. And I like rolling that up in a tortilla. And typically I can dip that into a Freddy sauce or Chick-fil-A sauce or something to give a little more calories. And that's wonderful. I've enjoyed that so far. And the third one is, Walmart sells this barbecue chicken in a little packet. And kind of like the tuna fish, the starfish creation, whatever. Well, Great Value creates that for a barbecue, and I put that into a tortilla, and that's really good. And I like the tortillas because you can't really squish them, you can't really tear them up, they stay intact the whole time. I can shove them into my food bag here and not really have any issues. So that's the way I really like to go with that. So that's my top 3 lunches. I just want to kind of talk about the day a little bit, about how it just went as perfect as I could have hoped for. I got up early to beat the storms, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful morning with the sunrise over the mountains, and then just having a sunny day. And then last couple hours, you could tell the clouds were starting to come in, and they're here. I'll show you the shots here in a minute. They're here, and it could rain literally any minute. You just never know. But I'm set up in my tent. I've got my water. I've got my food. So I'm good to go. So it was actually a perfect day for how I was hoping it would go. I was able to see segment 23, which was beautiful. So I was very happy about that. We'll check the forecast on the weather tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes. That's supposed to be a little more rainy, but you know what? If I miss half a segment because of rain, then so be it. I've been blessed with a lot of wonderful views.